Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, freedom marchers, freedom lovers, freedom family, and freedom fighters. Snapzilla Gorillas in the building, y'all. Hitting y'all with this morning paper in this live stream. It is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Ooh-wee. Seems like every day there is something new about this whole Charlie Kirk situation that just does not add up. Simply does not add up. And the propaganda is wild, y'all. In my opinion, the propaganda is wild. And the response to the propaganda from certain individuals is even wilder. But make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in as we discuss this whole situation. Yesterday, I was talking about the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk and how he checked off every box that would fit perfectly into the narrative they are pushing. And following that, more information has come out that fits the narrative even more perfectly. Now, it has been speculated that Tyler Robinson was not a lone individual in this whole situation, that he did not act alone, right? They're trying to convince you that he was the one that pulled the trigger, but now they are saying that there was some trans terror cell involved that had pre-knowledge or foreknowledge of what was going to happen to Charlie Kirk. They are out there trying to convince you that Charlie Kirk's death was pre-planned, which it probably was. Right? Let's be real about that. Son of Cal, salute to you. Good morning. Yes, they want you to believe that the shooter is a far left Antifa member. Yes, trans Tifa, whatever y'all want to say. Yeah, there was a terror cell, sure, right? Everything is falling perfectly into place. Perfectly into place. Whatever. Hey, you the one spelled your name, C-O-U-L. C-O-U-L is not a word, so it is what it is. Now, nevertheless, yeah, they are trying to convince us that the perfect motive and the perfect players are in place to paint this picture that there are far left trans cells going around trying to take people out. And it couldn't be more perfect for what they're trying to push. And a lot of people are running with this, particularly people on the right. And people on the right that had questions about the veracity of what was being put out by law enforcement. They were questioning everything. They were questioning, who is this guy doing the hand signals by Charlie Kirk? Who's this guy? What's going on with this? What's going on? It didn't look like he had a rifle. Now, all of a sudden, they are going with this narrative. The people on the right, these right-wing pundits, listen, they are falling into place. They are falling in line. They are no longer questioning anything. I want y'all to peep what Tim Pool is out here doing. Tim Pool does not want you to ask the right questions. He does not want you to think critically. He is the one that put out this, you know how I put trans sale? Yeah, he put that narrative out there. He makes it sound like there are trans people going around forming terrorist cells that are going to go around killing conservatives. That's what he wants you to believe. He does not want you, he wants to use this Occam's razor thing so that you question nothing. He wants to shoot down every conspiracy theory, right? Oh, it just has to be it has to be the left. It can't be any other reason. Well, one thing that we know about Tim Pool is that he is a shield for Israel, right? We know that. If you guys know Tim Pool's content, no one wants y'all to question anything. They know that you guys are going to run right there with the narrative, because a lot of you Charlie Kirk supporters are conservatives. And the inconsistencies in this investigation, the inconsistencies that point away from the location they say Tyler Robinson shot from, none of that matters now, because the FBI has presented you with this whole thing about, oh, look at these writings, look at the messages that, that say Charlie Kirk is something's going to happen on the 10th. Oh, this is going to happen. Charlie Kirk's going to get it. They find these messages and they present it to you guys, and you guys just take it and run with it. Why? Because of confirmation bias. You want it to have been the left. You want it to be a trans terrorist cell because, well, you guys have been conditioned to believe whatever they tell you. Someone says I'm lying. Son of bullshit. What am I lying about? I don't believe what you believe. That's what I'm lying about. How am I lying? Just because I don't believe what the bullshit they're peddling does not mean I'm lying. Alias Detective says everything. Name one thing I'm lying about. What do I believe? Well, if you consumed my previous content in regards to this, you know what I believe. I believe that what they're feeding y'all is bullshit. The ballistics information. If all you got to do is do a little research, and there are individuals out there on the right that are actually rightfully questioning what the FBI is peddling, right? Particularly in regards to where Charlie Kirk was shot from, where the entry was and where the exit wound was. Where y'all saw the blood come out in Charlie Kirk's neck, that was not the entry wound, y'all. It doesn't make sense for it to be the entry wound. It came from a whole different direction that they want to convince you guys it came from, because it just so happened that the roof Tyler Robinson supposedly jumped down from would be from where they're trying to tell you the shot came from. Well, if you look at the trajectory of everything, if you look at all the physics around it, you will see that there is no possible way that the shot came from where they say it came from. I forgot what is that? Pastor Overton or something like that. Go check him out. Go check out his video where he breaks down. He's a sniper, right? He's a former Marine sniper, and he has a lot of knowledge about it. And he's right wing. He's on the right. So, you know, there are a number of issues with the FBI reports. There are people out there on the right that had misgivings and, you know, that did not trust what the FBI was saying. But all of a sudden, what they do believe had to do with what points to the left. You don't believe a lot of other things, but when they tell y'all, oh yeah, it was a left-wing terrorist cell, y'all want to believe that. Y'all don't believe anything else about the whole situation. You're asking about hand signals. You're asking about this guy who has a gun, who y'all believe had a gun under his arm, that was standing next to Charlie Kirk. What y'all are questioning everything but that. Y'all have a selective outrage and selective, selective belief. You know what I'm saying? Because if it goes with what you guys believe, that's what you're going to go with. If it doesn't go with what you guys believe, you're going to go against it. So I'm basing my belief on the inconsistencies and the lies the FBI has already told. I checked that video out this morning where that former Marine sniper, I forgot his name, it's something to do with the Overton, his channel name. I can go find it as soon as I park. I'll show you guys where you guys can go get this information. Go check that video out. He himself, a right-wing individual who has a YouTube channel, tells you the FBI is lying. A number of people, including Melanie King, said they are telling y'all that they don't trust the government and they don't trust the FBI. But when the FBI presents them with this perfectly contrived bullshit about a trans-terror cell, they take it and run with it, and they push it like they've never pushed anything ever before. And these are the people y'all rock with. But y'all come over here and tell me I'm lying. Simply because I don't believe the bullshit they are selling. I'm giving you all information. What did I lie about? They're saying that there were like 20 people that they have identified that might be part of some terrorist group, a homegrown domestic terrorist group. 20 people. And some server that were just, oh, well, let's just talk about how Charlie Kirk is something bad's going to happen to him on the 10th. Everything is retarded. Someone's calling me foolish. I would love for you to tell me what makes me foolish. Somebody says idiot alert. Okay. Groiper and Zizian. What? You know, you Gen Alpha motherfuckers with y'all language. I mean, come on now. Can y'all speak motherfucking English? Think about it. Y'all don't believe the government, but you believe what the government's telling you because you like the narrative. Yeah, it was a left-wing nut job that was part of a trans-terrorist cell. Fucking retarded. And y'all come to me and tell me I'm lying. I'm just giving y'all information, and I'm telling you that I don't believe. I'm not telling y'all, I'm not giving y'all definitives about shit. I don't know exactly who killed Charlie Kirk. But I tell you what, I don't believe Tyler Robinson did it. I don't believe the shot came from where they say it came from. I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe anything the FBI is telling us about it. I don't think there's some fucking left-wing terrorist cell full of furries and trans people that set this up. I don't believe none of that. But y'all come to me, y'all mad at me. Because it sounds like y'all want it to be the left. Why? What does that serve you guys? Somebody says list the false flags. You want me to go through them? Shit. Somebody says this guy's mentally unstable. Believe what you want. No, I don't believe the earth is flat. You see what y'all are doing? You have no real argument. Instead of telling me where I'm wrong, you tell me that I may have some belief in some shit that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. Who's talking about the flatness of the earth and the roundness of the earth? Am I talking about that? No, I'm talking about a bullshit story that the FBI is peddling, that y'all are running with. And guess what? Y'all keep playing this game. Keep playing into their hands. Y'all keep playing these games And y'all are going to see freedom snatched from you that you never thought would be snatched from you ever before. Because let me tell you what they're doing with this information. Y'all happy? Y'all are happy that people are getting fired for celebrating Charlie Kirk's death or not empathizing and all this other shit. Y'all are excited about that. But y'all think it's going to stop at people getting fired? Oh, tomorrow I'm going to give you guys some information about what they have planned for y'all. And it fits perfectly. Charlie Kirk's death fits perfectly with some shit they was already trying to put in place. And they're going to use it to propel their agenda and make sure it happens. And you think it's only going to affect the left negatively. But guess what? When it comes time for the left to be in charge, they are going to use it against y'all. And then everybody is going to lose. And y'all are eating it right on up. Y'all are letting these right-wing conservative pundits walk you guys right into the slaughterhouse. All of a sudden, they were free speech. Charlie Kirk told y'all free speech was one of the most important things. He told y'all that people dying was necessary for the Second Amendment, which is bullshit. He told y'all empathy is a weakness. Don't have empathy. But now, y'all are mad because people don't have empathy for the man dying. What was it? What was it? They're going to use Charlie Kirk's death to strip you of your freedoms. And y'all are going to let them. Y'all are going to bend over, no Vaseline, and take more inches. That's what y'all are going to do. Because y'all want to fall right into what they're selling you. Y'all are buying it. Hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going to kill 18,000 birds with this one stone. Right? They're going to shut down voices against Israel. They're going to shut down voices against government overreach. They're going to use government overreach to take more of your freedoms. And you're going to accept it because y'all didn't like how people responded to Charlie Kirk's death. Y'all are going to accept it because, well, it was a leftist terrorist cell. Oh, okay. So now what happens? They're going to use this against you. There's already legislation in place to strip you of your right to free speech. And y'all are going to accept it because it's going to come from the right-wing motherfuckers like Marco Rubio, from Donald Trump, and all that shit. The right is going to strip you of your rights to free speech. The pro-free speech political branch or political, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The right wing is going to make sure that your rights are taken away. Let me ask y'all something. What does a concealed carry permit issued by the campus of Utah Valley University, what does that have to do with the death of Charlie Kirk? Now, because of Charlie Kirk's death, they're looking at the permit to carry on campus. Well, let's say the university, Utah Valley University, was a completely gun-free zone and they didn't issue permits to anybody. Let's say it was that. Do you think that would have stopped whoever wanted to kill Charlie Kirk from killing Charlie Kirk? No. They're going to punish the students. They're going to strip the rights of the students to keep and bear arms on campus because some guy decided to kill Charlie Kirk. And the person that killed Charlie Kirk, he broke the law against murder. There's a law against murder. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that it's against the law to kill somebody. So this person ignored the law that is supposed to restrict you from killing somebody. Do you think he would have gave a fuck about a gun prohibition? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But guess what? They're going to use this. The right is going to use this to strip you of your freedoms, and y'all are going to accept it. Y'all are going to accept it. Goes against what Charlie Kirk was saying. He would not want you guys right to free speech and to keep and bear arms to be taken away because he was killed. He would not want that. Charlie Kirk would be against that. If you go with what he said, the words that he spoke. So y'all are just going to shit on Charlie Kirk's legacy, right? Because y'all want to believe that this was some leftist agenda. What a fucking idiot. That this was some leftist agenda to kill Charlie Kirk. Y'all just going to run with it. And y'all are going to accept it. And next thing you know, there's going to be some registry somewhere. You guys, y'all going to write some shit on Facebook. Y'all going to write some shit on YouTube. Y'all going to write some comments that they feel may incite violence in their fucking mind. And they're going to come get you. And guess what? You better not fucking complain, because this is what y'all wanted. Y'all brought this on yourselves. See, if you think that stripping the left, in your mind, of the right to free speech is not going to affect you, okay, then go ahead and go with that, and we'll see. We'll see in a couple years where that takes you. Y'all think this is just going to affect the left because, oh, we have a majority in the Senate. We have a majority in the Congress. Ooh-wee. If they pass legislation, right, like the legislation they're trying to pass, that if you say some shit they don't like, they can take your passport. Yeah. That's what they're trying to do. Yes, you say some crazy wild shit in their mind, they're going to take your passport. And guess what? This legislation was introduced before Charlie Kirk was killed. They're going to use Charlie Kirk's death to propel this forward. It will give the Secretary of State the right to strip people of their passports if they say something that the government don't like. And who's the Secretary of State? Marco Rubio. Where's Marco Rubio right now? Or where was he? He was in Israel, bowing down to his master. That's where he was. You know, Benjamin Nosferatu, the guy that came out almost immediately and denied any involvement in Charlie Kirk's death. For what reason? For what reason? You know, the guy who offered Charlie Kirk God knows how much money to fund Turning Point USA that Charlie Kirk refused. Benjamin Nosferatu. You got a problem with that? Shut up, I sound slow. Okay, then you don't need to be here. I wouldn't want to, why waste your time if I sound slow? Go ahead about your business. No, Marco Rubio's parents, I thought they were Cuban. I thought he was Cuban. Regardless, I have been propagandized to the fullest. I have been propagandized. You, Sonia Curry, are telling me I have been propagandized. Tell me how I've been propagandized. Come on, I invite any dissent. Come on, tell me. Let me know where I got it wrong, y'all. Let me know. Because these are my beliefs based on the facts I have been presented. But tell me where I'm wrong. T4 says, fuck they freedom of speech, Uncle Tom. I'm an Uncle Tom? Do you even know what I'm talking about, you nitwit? Charlie Kirk was against Israel. He was exposing. What are you even talking about? Man, y'all need to learn how to write, bro. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying Charlie Kirk was pushing back against Israel. He had people on his platform that he allowed to push back against Israel. And what they're doing. Paul Bastille says I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong at. Tell me where I'm wrong. Go ahead. Go ahead. Your tongues came from the devil. Man, I wish y'all would take y'all time when y'all write shit. Show the facts, don't tell your facts. Facts are facts, whether you show them or tell them. Facts are facts. The Chosen Road says there's no evidence. There's no evidence of what? Wouldn't this hurt the left side majorly? Either it was an individual action or the right side forced this hand to do this to Charlie, a martyr. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Y'all go ahead and believe whatever the government is telling you. Go ahead and believe it. Y'all don't believe the government any other time. What I'm doing is questioning the narrative that they are selling to us. That's what I'm doing. I'm not making any proclamations. I'm not making any assertions. I'm telling you what I don't believe. And I'm telling you what is most likely the cause of Charlie Kirk's death in my mind. I'm not just going to go with what they want us to go with. That's up to y'all to do that. Y'all want to do that. Y'all want to run with what they say. That's perfectly fine. You have the right. You know what I'm saying? Those who spread the false message of the Son of Man shall stand before God. Sure. Somebody tells me to go away. No, you go away. Let me help you out. Is the title what you think? No, I don't think that. I don't think that because the FBI has been lying this entire time. Where the shot came from, this whole thing about the weapon being, like, it doesn't make sense. They want you to believe that this guy disassembled the weapon that you need to use a tool to disassemble within seconds, hopped off a roof with no evidence of a 40-something inch barrel anywhere on his person, ran to the woods, reassembled the weapon, and left it with messages that perfectly align with what they want y'all to believe. And y'all act like something wrong with me. Okay. Anonymous, salute to you. Much respect to you as well. The most conspiracy driver. Party can't hear out this one idea. Wow. You're right. He was exposing Israel. Well, he wasn't necessarily exposing Israel. What he was doing was pushing back against Israel and allowing other people on his platform to expose Israel. He was kind of playing it kind of carefully because we have to understand Charlie Kirk founded Turning Point USA when he was 18 years old. Okay? He was financially backed by certain entities and individuals. And so there were when when you accept money and favors from certain people, you got to stay in line and stay in pocket, or, you know, they're not going to like it. Let's just say that. Okay. So now this is what I want y'all to do. Okay. I want y'all to check out this right-wing conservative channel that calls out the bullshit about what the FBI is telling y'all about the shooting itself. Okay? Don't take my word for it. I'm going to show y'all what the right wing said. Outside the Overton. That's the name of the channel. Okay? Outside the Overton.
Welcome to Let's Talk About It. My name is Zed Boykin. I am host of Outside the...
Zed Boykin. This guy right here. A former Marine sniper who expertly breaks down the physics behind the shooting and calls out the bullshit that the FBI is telling y'all about this situation. Don't believe, y'all don't want to believe the FBI when it comes to where the shot came from, but y'all want to believe that the guy shot from where the FBI says the shot came from. Make it make sense. But there's something wrong with me, because I decide, well, you know what? I'm not just going to believe anything. Salute to I Am Wrath 16. Dropping that $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Much love to you, man. 40-inch barrel, 44, 42. It doesn't fucking matter. The dude did not have a fucking 40-inch barrel on him. Point blank in the motherfucking period. This is what this guy's saying.
We are live at 3 o'clock Eastern every day or every weekday. Still don't want to make this video, but I think it's
outside the Overton. Check it out.
Some type of duty to it. Two, because I am a Marine, scout sniper. I did that for 5 years. I taught ballistics classes. I know.
He knows his shit.
I know what I'm talking about. Okay, at least a little bit. And I'm not some rando.
I myself am an U.S. Army infantry veteran, and what he's saying is spot on. See, I go with the facts and the evidence, and the facts and the evidence that he lays out shows that the FBI is lying about where the shot came from. And if they're lying about where the shot came from, that means they're lying about this idea that Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger. Because where they say Tyler Robinson was is where they're saying the shot came from. Well, if they're lying about that, what are they lying about? They're lying about Tyler Robinson being the shooter. Are they not? So what does that mean? That all these people they say are connected to Tyler Robinson that left these messages is a bunch of hogwash, right? Oh, but y'all don't want to use logic. Y'all heard, oh, it was a leftist trans terrorist cell. We're just going to roll with that. Okay.
Here. Three, it should be fair to assume that the FBI lies to us.
Oh, what? What did he say?
Agree on that.
What did he say?
Two, because I am a Marine, scout sniper. I did that for 5 years. I taught ballistics classes. I know, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, at least a little bit. I'm not some rando out here. Three, it should be fair to assume that the FBI lies to us. I think everybody.
It should be fair to assume that the FBI lies to us. This is not me saying this. This is a guy who is a conservative and a former Marine sniper, and that breaks it down. Oh, Martin, they told you the DNA checks out? Who told you that? The FBI, right? The FBI that is lying? Crime in America spouts some bullshit ass statistic that I'm not even going to read. Y'all can read it yourself. You haven't heard him say anything? Yeah, you did. Now you want to lie.
I can agree on that. Given that, let's try to start this with no preconceived notion. Let's not presume anything. Let's not take them at their word on anything moving forward. Specifically, who?
Let's not take their word about anything they're saying moving forward.
The shooter is, where the shooter is. I think everybody can agree on that. Given that, let's try to start this with no preconceived notion. Let's not presume anything. Let's not take them at their word on anything moving forward. Specifically, who the shooter is, where the shooter is, and anything from that angle. I would even go as far to say the round or the caliber of the round that the shooter was using. Also, I'm not going to touch on any of the inconsistencies of this case outside of the ballistics in this situation.
So this is outside the Overton, a conservative YouTuber who doesn't believe shit the FBI is saying. And he hasn't fallen in line with the narrative yet. Hopefully he doesn't in the future. Because if he does, it's going to look crazy for him. Yes, the entry wound would not spew blood outward like that. Not right away. Right? So you have to understand where the bullet came out. I mean, it could have went through major arteries and whatever the case may be, or completely obliterated it. Yes, Paul Printed Heart. Outside the Overton. Now, I just came across him today. From what I see, I don't know if I agree with a lot of his viewpoints, but it doesn't matter because in this video, right? This video right here, ballistics don't lie. 100% facts. And he even goes as far as to show you guys that Charlie Kirk was not wearing a chest armor. Exactly. The trajectory doesn't match. None of this matches. Nothing that has to do anything with the ballistics matches what they're telling y'all, including this idea that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk in the first place. He couldn't have. Not from where they say he shot from. What's the conclusion? The conclusion is that they're fucking lying. If they're lying about where Charlie Kirk was shot from, if they're lying about what roof it occurred from and who actually shot, they're probably lying about this leftist terrorist cell because they want the division. Realize, salute to you, good morning. Nice to see Ahmad in here. They want y'all to believe it was the left so that you guys can continue to foment division. This is about dividing and conquering and getting their way. If they divide us along these lines, they can put out legislation that they can make y'all agree with because y'all think is only going to affect the left. Like this legislation that I'm probably going to get more into tomorrow that they're trying to put out. About a new bill. There's a new bill that would basically turn Marco Rubio into the thought police. Okay, this is from The Intercept. All right. A new bill introduced by the chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee is ringing alarm bells for civil liberties advocates who say it would grant Rubio the power to revoke the passports of American citizens on similar grounds that he used to revoke visas from immigrants. The Intercept is garbage. Okay, you think it's garbage, but the question is, was this bill introduced or not? Right? Very vague language in there about who would actually be affected. Y'all can believe what you want. Somebody says bullshit. Like legislation I don't have the name of. Okay. Interesting. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all are very interesting individuals. Mm-mm-mm. 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 Y'all are interesting. It's from Mast. So, mm-mm-mm. Y'all are interesting. London had 1 million. The Smith Month Act. I'll look that up. His father turned him in because all the camera shots of him, but they're saying he didn't do it. I don't believe he did do it. I don't believe it based on what they have out there. You said it was Melissa Newsbaum said it was taken out yesterday. Oh, they took it out the bill. Interesting. I've been smoking some shit with that title. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's a leftist terror cell, and all that shit. That's what they're saying. Right? That's what they're saying. I'm telling y'all, I don't fucking believe it. But I'm crazy for not believing a government that lies to you in the first place. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Mm-mm-mm. So this was set. It was sponsored by. It's a provision sponsored by Brian Mast, and it was set for a hearing on Wednesday. HR 5244. So y'all wanted to know what it was? HR 5224. And yeah, that it has something to do with to provide for the authorities of the Secretary of State. That's what it's for. Somebody said, shut the fuck up. Okay, you can get out of here. That way you don't have to hear me. If you want me to shut the fuck up, just go away. I don't understand. What is a groper? What is a grouper? Yeah, the shot didn't come from that angle, but they told you it did. Yeah. It gives the Secretary of State certain authorities. But yeah, look it up. HR 5244. Realize says, did you hear about the young man who was hung from a tree in Delta State University in Mississippi? His legs were broken, but they're saying no foul play. It happened yesterday? No, I gotta look that up. That's crazy. Dave Keeler says shooter is in the video. You talking about the guy standing next to Charlie Kirk? Well, based on the likely trajectory, it couldn't have been from there. It had to be from high up and at a distance. It had to be above where Charlie Kirk was. The guy standing next to him was not at that location. He was not at the right position for that. But See, the information that could be given to us to help us figure out what actually happened, they're not going to give it to us. They're not going to give it to us. They're going to tell us what they want us to know. And what they want us to think is that there was some left-wing terrorist cell that were sending messages back and forth, being stupid and giving themselves away. But I got to look that up, realize. Jay with open eyes, salute to you. He says, so because someone is said it, it means it happened. Sounds like, exactly. Someone says me, LOL. But y'all gonna believe what you want to believe. Wow. I gotta look that up. You said in Mississippi? But guess what? No one that is whining about people not caring about Charlie Kirk's death is going to give a fuck about that. There are persons behind the sale. Let Kash Patel handle the investigation with transparency. By lying about where the shot came from? By lying about all this shit? What do I believe? I believe that they're lying to us about who shot Charlie Kirk. I believe they're lying about why he was killed. I don't think it has anything to do with Charlie Kirk's free speech. I think it had to do with him pushing back against Israel. That's what I believe. Simple as that. That is what I believe. And I think that whoever wanted him taken out got help from people that Charlie Kirk knew within government that facilitated. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I believe based on evidence that I have been presented. Doesn't mean it's true. But I damn sure don't believe what they said. I damn sure don't believe that. Because what they're telling us happened and how it happened does not add up. It doesn't add up. Yeah, everyone has an opinion. Salute to you, Scottie Pippen. Present my evidence to you. Evidence of what? What do you want evidence of? All right, so I'm gonna. So they have these messages, right, where they're saying that these people knew that Charlie Kirk was going to die, and it just they find this shit so perfectly, right? Within days, they're able to find all this shit. Why y'all worry about my vehicle? Don't worry about that. Y'all don't need to worry about none of that, Ned. Not none of that. Y'all need to worry about your freedoms about to be stripped away. Y'all think y'all free now? Or you think you're not free now? Because you're really not free. You have some freedoms that you enjoy. They're about to strip you of them. And they're going to use this as a reason. And you guys are going to go with it because you simply want to believe the narrative that they're pushing to you. Because they told y'all some leftists did it. So y'all just want to roll with that and believe that. And so next thing you know, they're going to strip you of freedoms that you enjoy now. And what are you going to do about it then? What are you going to do about it then? Yes, Peter O'Connor, they want to control what you think. They want to control what you do. Oh, they're lying about the race of the suspect? Okay. Wow. Now they're lying about the race of the suspect. Crime in America, you gotta stop. Who is they? The powers that be. The government. We talking about who's they? He had a trans boyfriend. So what if he did? What does that mean? Dave Nasty says, I firmly agree with you, brother. Salute to you. Oh, it was black. It was a black guy? Of course it was. She proved what you saying, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is sad. Realize says, you bots NPCs, no pics, trolls are dumb as hell. You work for these evil, wicked ass devils that so-called powers that be. Yes. And it's very sad. And they accuse me of using crack. Okay. Jamie McCullough says the government is not your friend on either side of the aisle. Facts. And that's what we have to understand. Peter O'Connor asked who pulled the trigger. I have no idea. It wasn't Tyler. It wasn't Tyler Robinson, in my opinion, based on the evidence. Of course, Trump wants martial law, and y'all are going to accept it because he's testing you guys' resolve about what you feel is freedom. That's why he sent the National Guard to Memphis, because he's going to send it to where the blacks is, and y'all ain't going to say shit about it. He's going to send the National Guard to these black areas, and y'all going to be okay with it because y'all hate black people. Y'all think black people are violent. Y'all think that we're the worst people on earth. So when he sends them there, it's like, okay, well, go ahead. But see, there are people in these black neighborhoods that are law-abiding citizens, just like y'all believe y'all are, that are going to be negatively affected by it. But you're not going to give a fuck because they some black-ass niggers. And you're going to accept the trampling on civil liberties. And when Donald Trump sees, or the powers that be, when they see that you guys accept the trampling of freedoms, they're going to start trampling on your freedoms, and ain't going to be shit you can do about it. Because you guys let them divide us along party lines and racial lines to keep us enslaved. You think this is just going to affect the left and the left and black folks? Oh, no. When the left gets back in power, they're going to use those same things against you. Yeah. Boy, this guy's delusional. Okay, Sneakers, whatever you say. Crime in America, I need you to quit spamming. Insane Talk, salute to you, brother. How you doing, bro? Y'all think this is just going to affect black folks and trannies and the left? No. Guess what? The so-called representatives and the leaders in politics on the left, they're loving this. They want this to happen. They're working in concert to keep us divided so that they can more easily control us. All right, Crime in America, that's enough of the spamming. That's enough of that. Yeah, that's enough of that. And you guys are going to run with it. And next thing you know, you're going to look up. You're going to say some interesting things on YouTube. And they're going to come lock your ass up, and you're going to wonder why. Somebody said echo chamber. No, cry. There are plenty of people within this chat that disagree. They're still here. They're talking all they shit. See, this guy said, you are so freaking... Oh, my bad. Salute to Vanessa Mantini. Yes, it's divide and conquer. They've been using that since time immemorial. Yes, there is no echo chamber here. There are plenty of people that are speaking. They're disagreeing with me. They're talking shit about me. It is what it is. Only thing I have a problem with is the spamming and you saying, I'm out of here, or you wasting time and all. Well, then you don't need to be here. Yes, Lincoln said a house divided will fall. But he was talking about amongst the power structure, right? They're going to use this to strip you of your rights because they want you to believe that it was left influenced assassination. And because of that, you guys are going to be okay with it. They're going to pass legislation. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. You guys are okay with people being fired for celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. They're going to use that against you. You remember Shiloh Hendricks? Y'all didn't have a problem with Shiloh Hendricks spewing her hatred. Y'all gave her money. A bunch of hypocrites. Well, guess what? Shiloh Hendricks essentially attacked a little boy. Sur Mune says he is not black. I don't know who the fuck you talking about. You ain't talking about me because I am black. It is what it is. Of course they want the guns. William Hopkins, that's coming next. See, they're going to get y'all to agree on the right that we should give up our right to keep and bear arms. No, I'm not offended. I'm not offended. It is what it is. Am I mixed? What do you think? Of course. I am a FBA. If you're a foundational black American, then the average mix is about 25%. It's just how this country is, because way back in the day, due to chattel slavery and graping and pillaging and breeding and all this stuff, this is a reality. Henry Hogan says I'm more white than black. No, I'm not. But you can believe what you want. Y'all can make this about my race. The fact of the matter is I'm black, and it is what it is. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. It is what it is. What is a groiper? Yes. But see, this is what they do. They try to deflect and distract from what's really important. What's really important is that they want to strip you of your rights. They're going to use every opportunity possible to do so. Never let a good tragedy go to waste. They're going to use this tragedy to push the stripping of your freedoms. That's what they're going to do. Christie says the right doesn't call for gun control. Well, what did Donald Trump mean if the right doesn't call for gun control? What did Donald Trump mean when he said, I like take the guns first, due process second? What was that calling for? Dan Montgomery drops the $2 super chat. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I think I missed another super chat somewhere. Donald Trump said that. Didn't he instruct? Didn't he do an executive order to ban a bump stock? Who was responsible for the bump stock ban? He did say that. He said, I like take the guns first, due process second. And he pushed for red flag laws. And because of that, many states adopted red flag laws at the behest of your state could adopt red flag laws. Isn't Donald Trump on the right? See, y'all are misinformed. Y'all don't pay attention because Donald Trump, y'all want to ignore and y'all want to be passive about it. You're a wrong man. Stop with my side, your side. No, I'm trying to convince y'all that it's not about the left or the right. That we should be focused on the real enemy trying to commit tyranny against us and strip us of our rights. Chrissy says, and many didn't think is right. The right isn't an echo chamber. We don't agree on everything. Neither does the left. Not everyone agrees on everything on either side. Daniel Lee says he's not taking our guns. Well, the same can be said for any other president that's on the left. They didn't technically take your guns. They just restricted you from being able to get guns. Right? Like a bump stock ban. It opened the door, right? You allow this to happen. Well, guess what? Joe Biden used Donald Trump's method to try to ban the pistol brace. Did he not? Did he not? He took that and ran with it. And because Donald Trump encouraged red flag laws and take the guns first, due process second, Florida adopted the red flag laws, a red state, by the way. Isn't Florida a red state? Passed the red flag law and then stripped thousands of people of their guns. Yeah, it's a red state. So what are we talking about? After Donald Trump said that, he encouraged states to adopt red flag laws. Florida did so, a red state, and they used it to take people's firearms away. So yes, the right does take guns. That's exactly what happened. Of course, Trump ignores the guys that did genocide. Of course. Because he's firmly under the thumb of the Zionist. He is quite possibly a Zionist himself. What am I advocating for? I'm advocating for freedom. Complete and total unadulterated freedom. Free of government, free of tyranny. That is what I am advocating for. And what I'm advocating for is for the people on the left and the right, whatever ideology you have, look at what they're presenting to you. Does it make sense? Or is it consistent? Do some fact checking. Is what they're telling us the truth? What's going on at the same time as this is going on? I'm advocating for freedom. That is what I'm advocating for. I want us to be free individuals. Everybody. Realize says, did you know they are allowing Utah University to open carry? Eventually they will take guns. I think they want to purge martial law for sure. They are allowing Utah University to open carry. They are? Well, good. I think that's a good thing. I got to look into that. I thought they were doing something else. If they're going to allow, you said they are allowing. They're allowing Utah University to open carry? Or are you saying they're not allowing it? We have enough, is enough to these people report. Man, get out of here with that snitching shit. Trying to tell people to snitch. Yes, Utah is an open carry state. I'm talking about the university itself. Oh, so they trying to open up. They are allowing it. That's good. Oh, it was under scrutiny. They're looking at it. Yeah. Under current law, that's what I was saying. Under current law, they're doing it. They're looking at it now. They're looking to try to make changes to that. Probably, they're looking at it to make changes due to what happened to Charlie Kirk. I don't know what that has anything to do with it, because if you wanted to kill Charlie Kirk, you're not going to care if the campus is open carry or not. You don't worry about that. That just, I mean, it is what it is. People, this liar still had a channel. Yeah, snitching. That's why the inner cities are a mess. Well, how about when the white collar criminals don't snitch on each other and they rob you of millions and millions of dollars? They rob the people of this nation of millions and millions of dollars. They don't get snitched on either. The acts of these blue collar criminals and the criminal injustices that the government commits leads to death, leads to murder. They don't snitch on each other. So it's not just an inner city thing, but trying to reporting somebody for free speech because you don't agree with them is a problem. That's where the problem comes in. Because I didn't say anything illegal. I didn't say anything wrong. I'm telling y'all, I don't believe what they're presenting to us for this reason and that reason and this reason. If you don't agree with it, if you don't agree with me not agreeing, that's your personal fucking problem. It's not my problem. Exactly. PDF files don't snitch on each other. Exactly. All right, yeah. Yes. I knew that, realize. Yes. I'm not committing a crime. So when I say you guys want to, people are talking about report this channel for no fucking reason. There's no crime being committed right now as I'm speaking to you guys. So it's snitching when you report somebody for some bullshit. For free speech. I'm not on here celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. I'm completely dismissing what they want us to believe. You know, the FBI and the government, y'all say y'all don't trust. All of a sudden, y'all trust them because they told y'all a left-wing trans terrorist cell has something to do with it. Y'all just gonna roll with that. That's on y'all. Y'all can believe what you want. I'm telling you, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Well, it makes all the sense. It makes perfect sense. It fits perfectly into the narrative that they're pushing. But because of all the other lies and all the other inconsistencies surrounding this whole situation, I'm just not going to believe it. And it is what it is. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here. I got work to do. I got to get to work in about 20 minutes, so I got to prepare. You know, the job y'all say I don't have, I got to go do that. It is what it is. He wrote stuff on bullets they found. Text from him before. Okay. In the technology age, they are capable of presenting you with what they want to present you with. Oh, he scribbled this and scribbled that. There were text messages. Yeah, they can make that happen for y'all. They can tell you guys that. They can say, look, this is what happened. That's what happened. And they can put it out in an official FBI report. And they know y'all will just believe it. It is what it is. Somebody told me to do my research. No, how about you go do your research, homie? I've done mine and I'm doing mine. I'm looking into this shit. But don't worry. Look out tomorrow, because me and a partner of mine have been compiling a whole bunch of information about your boy Trump that we're going to present to you tomorrow evening. We're going to present it to y'all tomorrow evening. Don't you even worry about it. And on Saturday, hopefully, if everything works out, we will be presenting y'all with even more evidence in regards to research that we have done regarding this situation. So, yeah, y'all look out for that. Y'all look out for it. What time? I'm hoping tomorrow starting between 5 and 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I'm looking to get this going. I'll put out a premiere thing for it. I'll put out a reminder to get you guys in tune for it. Thank you, Shannon Williams. I appreciate it. Can't trust anyone or any source. Are you articulate and analytical enough to understand what you investigate? Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. If you find things that make sense more than something else that doesn't make sense, you can research and compile information and contemplate what you are receiving, and you have to make a decision for yourself what you want to believe. And what I'm telling you, looking into what the FBI has presented about where the shot came from in regards to where they say Tyler Robinson was, looking at all the videos and the photos that they show you where there's no evidence that he is carrying any type of rifle or rifle barrel. But they want you to believe that this guy was running around with a rifle barrel and then put the weapon back together and left it nice and neat for them to find with messages on it. And then you look at the actual shoot itself of Charlie Kirk, where he actually gets shot. Looking at where the exit wound is and where he falls to, if you look at the shock wave, if you slow it down frame by frame like this guy did on that channel that I told you guys about earlier, right? He breaks it down perfectly. Outside the Overton. Go check that out. The video where he says ballistics don't lie. And you determine for yourself what he presents, right? The evidence that he shows, the shit that he shows you guys, makes a whole lot more sense than what the FBI tells you. I choose to believe what he says based on his expertise and how he was actually able to show you what he showed you. But that's what I chose to believe based on that. He carried the rifle during the escape. Where? There's no evidence that show he carried any rifle during any escape. Peter O'Connor, there's no evidence of it whatsoever. Where can I find this evidence? Because I looked at many videos, many photos, many this, many that, showing him coming to the event, showing him escaping, and there is no evidence that he was carrying any rifle. But you believe what you want. I did check the video, Peter O'Connell. There's no evidence of it. Simple as that. Allie V says his own dad turned him in. So what? I don't give a damn about his father turning him in. Good morning to you, Queen Mother Shaquila. Asia Williams, which video? I saw a little bit. I saw a little bit of it. Were you talking about because she was talking about Israel as well. She was talking about Charlie Kirk and Israel in one of her videos. And she also put out a tweet talking about Israel and how Charlie Kirk and Israel, whatever the case may be, and that there was going to be more things coming out. So I'm looking forward to that if that happens. The 360 uni, I've watched the 360 uni video, all the videos. There is nothing that shows he had a rifle. But just for you, Peter O'Connor, I'll look at it again. But I saw him jump off the roof. He had no rifle. And that thing that he was carrying was floppy and loose. And there was no evidence. There was no rifle in his hand. He didn't drop a rifle to the ground when he jumped off the roof. The bag he had could not have had a rifle barrel that long in it. When he picks it up, it's flopping around all loose and shit. Trust me, I've seen the videos. He threw it away, recovered it. All right, man. All right, I'll look that up. Y'all say that happened, I'll see what it says. I'll see. I'll look for that. I'm not just gonna tell y'all don't know what y'all talking about. If y'all said he threw the rifle, so y'all saying he threw the rifle off the roof and recovered it? Because I saw when he jumped off the roof, he got up and just ran. He just ran. He ran across the lawn toward the walkway or whatever. Asia Williams says her new one yesterday. Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you, Asia Williams. Salute to you, by the way. I'll look it up. What was the Olymp about coming there? I have no idea. But I only saw one video where he was limping when he was going there. But he wasn't limping when he was going up the stairs. He was bending his knees. If he had a barrel in his leg, if he had a rifle barrel in his leg, how is he bending his knee? Yes, I saw the video of him jumping off the roof, Sean Phelps. I saw it. Okay. Get your ass out of here. Peter O'Connor said he jumps down. Okay. But he didn't have any rifle on him. He didn't have a rifle barrel. Okay. He had a damn rifle in his hand. Wasazi, where did you see that? Yeah, I saw him with the black bag. The loose black bag that didn't look like it had anything in it. Yeah, I saw it. Dave Nasty, salute to you. I appreciate you. There was no rifle, but y'all can believe what you want. Yet another tinfoil addict fool. Yep, that's exactly what I am. The rifle was in his pants. You saw it? You got X-ray vision? You Superman? You saw through it? You saw through his leg pants? You saw through the pants and saw the rifle? You say he was limping. That don't mean shit. Was he limping when he left? Because where did he put the barrel after he left? He didn't leave the rifle on the roof. He didn't leave the rifle near the building. He left it in some woods, they said. Somebody said, get a job. I got one, homie. But thank you. Dave, the rifle's not in the video, but, you know, they believe what they want. He dropped it before he climbed down. Dropped it where? He dropped the bag. The rifle was in the towel. Ugh. So you saw through the towel and saw the rifle? Is that what you're telling me? Man, y'all are some interesting people. Believe what you want. Believe what you want. It is what it is. Let's say he did have a rifle. Guess what? The trajectory still does not align with where he was on the roof. Yes, Asia Williams, because you need a tool. You need tools to to break that weapon down. And it's not going to take seconds. You don't just fold it like a goddamn towel. So let's say he did have a rifle on that roof. Well, the shot didn't come from that roof. The physics show that. And outside the Overton breaks that down beautifully. So it is what it is. Anyway, much love. Thank you guys for coming through. He is bending the knee, but whatever. I don't care what you're talking about now. Much love. Thank you guys for your comments. Thank you for your disagreements. Thank you for your agreements. Whatever y'all did, if you hit the downvote button, if you hit the like, even if you reported the video, salute to you. Now, if you came on here and said you were going to report it, then I got your ass out of here. So anyway, just be careful. Don't let these people strip you of your rights because they want to use your hatred against you. See, you think that you hate the left. You think you hate this person, that person. They're going to use that against you. They're going to use that against you to strip you of your rights and make it much easier for them to control you. And Bashi is too late. You just playing. All right, I undid it. See, Boshi, I did hide you, but now I unhid you. I unhid you because you said you was playing. Anyway. Much love. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for your disagreement. Thank you for all that you do. And yeah, man, I mean, this is what freedom of speech is all about, man. You know, even me, I'm not perfect. I don't like spammers. I don't like people saying that, oh, I'm out of here. And, you know, there's certain things that I will get you out of here for, you know, because if I feel like I'm wasting your time, then, you know, I'm going to help you out. Brenda Ducharme says, oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I believe in free speech, but I also believe in self-censorship, and there are certain things that aren't free speech, if you get my meaning, right? Like, say, if you say, well, why am I listening to this guy, or why is this guy wasting my time? Then I'm going to assume that you really don't want to be here, and I'm going to help you along your way. Or if you're spamming is not free speech because you already said it, right? But if you keep, you know, spamming, it just gets ridiculous. And if you appear to be body, you know, if my mods think you're a bot, they'll probably get you out of here too. And so, it is what it is. You got fired for free speech. That's unfortunate. I don't like that. My mod was spamming. No, she wasn't. She was just trying to get my attention. Well, I guess technically she was spamming. Yeah, she probably was. She probably was. She was just, you know, making sure I saw her right messages. But I already know my mod's not a bot. And she's, you know, she's not spamming to be irritating. Free speech versus yelling fire in a theater, do some law. Well, that's where you get kind of in the weeds of it, right? Cookie Monster, salute to you, Cookie Monster. Anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe, man. I gotta get ready. Anyway, y'all stay up, man. And stop letting them strip us of our freedoms. And stop letting them divide us by force, right? Stop letting them use manipulation and deception to divide us so that they can more easily control us and strip us, okay? We have to be smarter. Anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe. Always question the government narrative. And let's keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.